The people who make their living with machines never completely trust one just because it's new. Every machine has to prove itself before it earns that trust. That might sound a little excessive for a drill press in your garage, until your brand new machine ruins a project you've already spent hours building. Today, I'm going to show you how to make sure your drill press earns your trust before you depend on it. Let's say your new drill press just arrived. You've unpacked all the boxes, bolted everything together, and found a place for it in the shop. The temptation is to plug it in and immediately start drilling holes for the project you've been waiting to build. I'd encourage you not to do that. The drill press has been assembled, but it hasn't proven anything yet. Before the motor ever turns, spend a few minutes getting acquainted with the machine. Raise and lower the table through its full travel. Lock it in place and make sure it stays put. Run the quill up and down a few times. It should feel smooth and consistent from top to bottom. Install the chuck and make sure it seats properly on the spindle. If your drill press uses stepped pulleys, move the belt through each speed range just to become familiar with how everything works. You're not looking for problems. You're learning what normal feels like before the machine ever cuts its first hole. If you have a square, this is also a good time to check that the table is reasonably square to the spindle. Most homeowners don't need laboratory precision, but you do want a solid starting point. If the machine isn't set up correctly now, every hole you drill afterward will reflect that error. A few minutes spent checking things today can save hours of frustration later. Now it's time to turn the drill press on, but don't put your project on the table yet. Grab a piece of scrap wood instead. The first holes this machine drills shouldn't matter. That's exactly why they're so valuable. You're giving yourself the freedom to learn something without risking a project you've already invested time and money into. Drill several holes using different size bits. Try different spindle speeds if the material allows it. Feed the quill slowly on one hole and a little faster on the next. Watch the chips coming off the drill bit. Listen to the motor under load. Feel the feed handle as the bit enters the wood. Pay attention to vibration. None of those observations seem very important by themselves, but together they're introducing you to the personality of your drill press. When you're finished with those test holes, don't unplug the machine and walk away. Check it again. Make sure the chuck is still seated properly. Verify the table hasn't shifted. Look over the belt and pulleys. See if any fasteners have loosened during those first few minutes of operation. Brand new machines sometimes settle in after they've actually been used. That's completely normal, and it's much better to discover something now than halfway through your first project. Years ago, I learned that machines don't prove themselves sitting quietly on the shop floor. They prove themselves by making parts. That lesson has never left me because it applies just as well in a home shop. Whether you're building furniture, repairing something around the house, or making a simple shop jig, the machine has to demonstrate that it can do the work before you ask it to do work that matters. Now, you're ready for that first real project. Maybe it's a birdhouse for the grandkids, a cabinet door, a shelf for the garage, or a fixture for your workbench. You're approaching it differently now because you've already spent a little time getting acquainted with the drill press. Instead of wondering how the machine is going to behave, you're already beginning to know. As the months go by, something interesting starts happening. You stop consciously thinking about the drill press, yet you begin understanding it better every time you use it. You recognize how the motor sounds when everything is working correctly. You know how much pressure the machine likes before a drill bit starts complaining. You learn which bits produce beautiful, clean holes and which ones need to visit the sharpener. Those aren't things anyone teaches you. They're things the machine teaches you if you're paying attention. Every project adds another layer of experience. You aren't just making parts anymore, you're collecting information. Did the machine sound the same today? Did it feel the same? Was there a little more vibration than you remember? Did the feed handle move as smoothly as it usually does? Did the holes come out exactly where you expected them? Those questions become almost automatic after a while because you're learning to observe both the workpiece and the machine that's creating it. Then one day, maybe months or years from now, something feels different. The belt slips just a little under a heavy cut. The quill develops a tiny bit of play. The chuck doesn't seem to hold a drill quite as securely as it once did. Maybe the table takes a little more effort to lock firmly in place. None of those things necessarily mean the drill press is wearing out. They simply mean it's telling you something. Machines almost never wake up one morning and fail without warning. More often, they leave little clues along the way. A different sound, a new vibration, a slight change in accuracy, a handle that doesn't feel quite the same. Those clues are easy to miss if you've never learned what normal feels like. But if you've been paying attention from the very beginning, those small changes stand out almost immediately. That's one of the biggest differences between someone who's new to the shop and someone who's been doing this for years. It isn't that experienced craftsmen own magical tools or possess secret knowledge. They've simply learned to observe. Every time they use a machine, they're quietly asking themselves whether it behaved exactly the way it did the last time. Most of the time, the answer is yes, and they move on. Occasionally, the answer is no, and they investigate before that small change becomes a ruined project. That habit doesn't take expensive equipment. It doesn't require precision measuring instruments. It simply requires paying attention. Every time you use your drill press, it's giving you information. The more experience you gain, the easier that information becomes to recognize and understand. Your first project should never be the experiment. Your first project should be the reward for proving the machine. This video is part of our ongoing shop setup series. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.